to 3 when you have a brain trauma. 16 is a level 1. If your score is, when you get to the emergency room, they evaluate you on this scale. If you have a 16, it's probably a bump on the head. You might be a little groggy or semi-conscious. You're going to wake up and you're going to be okay. 3 means you're going to die from a brain injury. My score was a 5. I was 2 points away from being dead. I was unconscious, completely unconscious for 8 days in the hospital. And I had to work because the brain is a miracle organ. I had to work on rerouting all the pathways to the parts of my brain, and I did this consciously every day that I was in the hospital for 30 days. The first 8 days I was completely unconscious. I had to work every day consciously, and I made a conscious effort to think back to, let's say, when I was 10 years old. Tried to remember everything about when I was 10 years old. It all came back. I don't have any missing memories, which is somewhat miraculous for a level 3 brain trauma, certainly miraculous for a level 3 brain trauma with a score of 3 or 5. So let's get back to music. While I was in the hospital, my wife was there every day. She made sure I didn't lay in bed and watch TV, walk me around the hospital. She helped out the nurses when I was taking naps. She would be there from like noon to 10 or 11 o'clock at night. One day, she brought in my Fife, one of my Fifes. And she says, she pulled it out of her bag. She says, "Do you want to try playing this?" And I looked at it. My brain started rerouting, because when you get a level 3 brain trauma, sometimes you don't have access to memories of things or memories of how to do things. So I looked at it and I said, yeah, I'll go try it. So she wheeled me out to I was on the 4th floor and there was a nice atrium between the buildings. She wheeled me out there. So I picked it up and I moved my fingers a little bit. I said, oh, you know, I can remember some of the notes. So I started playing it. And I played it for a while, and that was music that aided my recovery from a level 3 brain trauma. It was miraculous that I even could remember how to play this instrument, and also miraculous that the songs, I have hundreds of songs memorized. I think I might have mentioned this. I started pulling up those songs, so I was playing these songs in the atrium, parts of these songs, and it was great. So music, to your point, I think music not only, makes you feel good as a performer, makes you feel good as someone listening to music, but it's like another language, and it can actually aid you in recovering from any level of illness.